In this video, I'm going to go over 5 things that school does not teach you about money. Now, the reason they don't teach you these things is because they want control and they want to teach you how to work for other people. Before we start, hit the subscribe button because I post content like this every day, and stick to the end of the video for my opinion on where education is going. It will probably surprise you. Moving into it, number 1, they don't teach you that you don't have to work for money, when in reality, you can make money work for you in various different ways. They only teach you how to work for money and work for other people. They don't cater to the individual needs of the students, and that's because they don't care about the individual needs of the students. All they care about is teaching the students how to follow orders and turn things in by a deadline, thus making it impossible for any student to actually achieve their full potential. Because if you think about it, that's not what school is for. It's not for an individual person to go and learn who they are and what they can achieve. All school sets you up to do is go to college and get in debt, and then pay off that debt until you're 60 years old, saving all the money you can and living paycheck to paycheck, while the government taxes away almost half of your income if you make over a certain amount. And in order to make over that certain amount, you have to go into more student loan debt and take more time in college to get to making the most amount of money. Man, I hate this. It's really hard to talk about this because I do not like the school system, and people are so blind to it, you know? It's sad, but it's scary because people just go along with the crowd. They don't have personal opinions anymore, and if they do, they don't voice them. Everybody has social media platforms now that they can voice their opinions, and it's just sad that people don't. They just go along with the crowd and they do what everyone else is doing. Anyways, the first thing that school does not teach you is that you don't have to work for money. All they want from you is to follow orders and get in debt so that the rest of your life you will be working for someone else and paying the government in taxes. That's why there's public education systems. The government runs it. Man, the government funds public education systems. You gotta look at it as a business, okay? Look at the government as the CEO of the business. All of the public schools throughout the United States are employees of the CEO, and those employees get people to consume the product. The consumers are students that go to school. Now, how does the CEO, the government, make money off of its employees, the schools? It's real simple. The students go to school for free in the beginning, and they get manipulated into believing that they have to follow orders in order to become successful in life. From then, they go to college and get into student loan debt. Hopefully, according to the CEO, student loan debt only pays them more. Let's say the parents pay for college. The students are in no debt. In the long run, that doesn't matter for the government, for the CEO, because those students will eventually work for somebody else, for a big company, and then pay taxes to the government. That's their return on investment. But it's a good business. You gotta give them credit though. That is a good business. In order to control a society, that's a good foundation, because we need people working for other people. And if you want to be one of those people that works for other people, that's fine, because we need people that work for other people. But they don't teach creativity. The government doesn't want you to be independent. They want you to rely on them for everything. Social Security, pensions, Medicaid. That leaves me into number 2. Working for yourself. School, of course, does not teach you how to work for yourself, because the CEO doesn't want you to go out and start another business. The CEO doesn't want any competition. He just wants you to work for him. So school does not teach you how to work for yourself, even though it's 110% possible that anybody can work for themselves. As long as you are creating value and solving other people's problems, money will come your way. Number 3, school does not teach you how to start a business or manage one. And when I say this, I don't mean the economics class that teaches you like the accounting principles of how to account for a business that is not yours. I'm talking about they don't have a class that makes you, for say, go out and sell candy to the other students, and the person with the most amount of sales gets a reward. They don't teach you the real world aspects of starting a business and managing one. They only teach you the concepts on paper, and then they make you take a standardized test on how to run a business when you need actual experience in order to do that. Going along with how to start a business is they don't teach you how to invest in the stock market. And investing in the stock market is extremely important if you want to compound your wealth over time. Instead Instead of learning how to invest in the stock market for the long term and setting yourself up for retirement, which of course they won't teach you because they want you to rely on the social security that they provide. They don't want you to create your own wealth. They don't want you to be financially free in the future. So they don't teach you how to invest in the stock market because they don't want you to be free. But learning how to invest in the stock market is essential if you want to become wealthy and financially free in the future. Now this is getting pretty deep, and honestly, I feel like most of you guys already know this stuff. It's just that everyone else is doing it, so it's the way to go. But you gotta realize for your future, it's not the way to go. You don't want to go down that path and get in debt to the government and rely on them for the rest of your life. Wouldn't you rather rely on yourself, rely on what you have built instead of relying on somebody else for your fate? It's horrible. But that's how society works, and that's how a strong society and a strong government is formed. The more people that rely on that government, the stronger it becomes. It's simple. And number 5 is the discipline of managing money. They don't teach you discipline at all in school, with an exception of turning things in on a due date and memorization. But discipline in managing money, like tracking your expenses every time you buy something or tracking your income every time you receive an income or a profit on something, school doesn't teach you any of that, which is of course goes back into all the other points. I mean, it just comes full circle with that one thing that the government wants to control you, and school is just an employee for the government. Once you really understand it, it's honestly kind of scary, but at least you understand it. Discipline of managing money. School doesn't teach you the discipline of managing money. And what I mean by the discipline of managing money is how to leverage your wants from your needs and how to cut your wants and instead put that money into investing to make more money later. They don't teach you any of that stuff. They don't even teach you about money at all. Honestly, I want to hear more people's opinion on the subject. It's kind of scary in my opinion. Leave a comment down below what your opinion is, because I would love to talk to you about it. I told you guys that I would give my opinion on what I think future education is, and my opinion is this right here, what you're watching. I feel like a YouTube education platform would come out where it's only education or something like that. If there was a social media platform like that where you can just type in what you want to learn and you can learn it within 15 minutes, that will be the future of education. It will all be online. Of course, if you need to go and put things into practice, like starting a business or investing in real estate, there'll be groups off of the online platform that you can meet, but the basis of where you meet the people and the exchange of information will all be online in the next 30 years at the most. Because think about it, our generation is all online. Millennials are all online also. Once you get up into the older generations, they're not that tech savvy, and everyone knows that, but they are in control of the society right now. And when they die off, the new younger people will take over and everything will convert to online. The education system will be completely changed. That's my personal opinion of the future. That's what I hope will happen, because right now the school systems are horrible. They don't care about their students, but hopefully in the future you can have the creative choice of what you want to do, what you want to pursue, and who you want to affect, who you want to help in life. You can have that choice. You will have that choice. You already do. That is the thing. You already have that choice. There's so much information on the internet. You don't have to have the mindset of being told what to do in order to be successful. You tell yourself what to do. You make your own goals, and you have to achieve those goals by the discipline of achieving tiny little goals every single day until you hit that big goal. Then you make another one. You don't have to have someone telling you what to do all the time. And if you do, that's because they want to control you. There's no exception. If someone is telling you what to do all the time, they want to control you. There is no exception. That is how psychology works. That's how humans work. I know this video got kind of deep and I really didn't expect it to. Guys, if you made it this far, I want you to leave a comment on what you think the future of education is going to be. It's a scary problem that we're facing in society right now. I post every single day, so subscribe for more content. It's normally not like this. It's normally like teenage finance and how you can make more money, but this was an outlier video, I guess. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.